for those of you that don't know, my name is Crystal Young. I am the head of school here, and I have the distinct honor to introduce Our Lady of the Hour, Ms Binky. So I want to thank all of you for coming out this evening to help us say bon voyage to Binky as she starts her retirement journey. I'm really honored to speak here because as the newest member of the administrative team, I don't deserve the honor. But I did lose rock, paper, scissors to Susan, so now I'm the one chanting in the back of my head, don't cry, Crystal, don't cry. I have found that you meet very few people in your life who genuinely put others' needs and wants before their own. Binky is one of those people. We all see it every day in the myriad of ways that she takes care of our school community. I have never met anyone who listens so wholly when another person is talking. Like you are the only person in the world that matters, whether you are 5 years old with a loose tooth or the parent who has been here for a decade. Those of us who work closely with Binky get the added bonus of listening to her talk about her sons and the pride she has in them for all they have accomplished. And I don't mean just the little thing or the big things, but she remembers the small moments and she shares those with us, and it's something that I hope to emulate as my own children become adults. Over the last several months, Susan and Kristen have been pulling out old Binky photos and stories. Personally, I don't remember the first time I met Binky. I assume it was when Jeff and I came to tour the school as hopeful new parents to this community. However, I do remember the first time Binky called and gave me her standard, "Hello, this is Binky Bogner at Countryside School. It is not an emergency." As a mother, I thought it was both brilliant and terrifying, thinking to myself, what would constitute her saying it is an emergency? For the record, I have yet to talk to a person who was told it was an emergency. When I look back and think about the moments that Binky and I have shared, I understand why I don't remember the first one. It's because she's like a heartbeat, always there in the background, doing some of the most important work of the body that is this school. Binky doesn't like to be the center of attention. She's always looking to shine the light on someone else. It took a lot of, well, let's call it convincing, for her to agree to this evening. So while we have the light firmly pointed on her, let's make it count. Binky, you have helped craft this school into the wonderful place that exists today. You are cherished and loved by every member of this community. You are a ray of sunshine, and I speak for all of us when I say we can't imagine this building without you. But we are so excited to hear about all of the wonderful things you're going to do in retirement. Now, Binky, it's your turn to talk.
Prepared my notes, but somewhere along the line, the notes have disappeared. Thank you for coming. It really means a lot to me. Right now I'm so overwhelmed. At the same time, grateful for the many years, and feeling now very fortunate to have been a part of this community. It's been a fun and wild ride, and I consider myself really blessed by this. 28 years of phone calls, emails, band-aids, missing lunches, state reports for the health, chasing you for missing health forms, bagging the loose tooth, and a host of many others, as well as, oh yes, checking the head for lice. Mrs. Young, you will have to hire a monkey after I leave. Among others, I found that each event was an opportunity to connect with you and get to know you and get to know your children. You have been so very kind to me that it wasn't easy to be to love your children or you and to make those phone calls and all. The 27, 28 years are a blur right now, but what I do remember is your affection, your generosity, your kindness, and right now I forget what I was supposed to say, but these things remain in my heart, and I'm deeply grateful. At this time, I would like to acknowledge 3 very special people in my life. They are colleagues and have since become very, very good friends, as the 3rd graders have taught me, my BFFs. That's Kathy Weber, who's with us, our head from the the funniest person I know. And Vivian Carpenter. These 3 have taught me about working in a team and having fun, lots of fun. We did get together even after countryside hours. And to a fine colleague, Judy Kaplan, for all that she does for the school. She gave me my first tour in 1994 when my son came. She is a valuable member of the team. And Kristen Feddersen, a lot of which this would not happen. She keeps me abreast with everything that happens around the world, including my sisters in Manila. I don't have a Facebook account, so she shares with me what is important. I would also like to thank the board, past and present. In particular, I'd like to mention Janice Trubergy, no longer with us. It's hard to speak with a mask on. She insisted that I join the team and also enroll my son here, my youngest, and then later my 2nd son. So I have 2 graduates from countryside. And to represent the wonderful teachers, hard-working and dedicated, is Stacy Kirby, the longest-serving faculty member. I don't know if she's here, but that you are in good hands with the teachers here. I'm so overwhelmed right now when I see your faces. And I would like to acknowledge my husband of 47 years for being with me. He is my hero, my biggest fan, and the best preparer of breakfast, so I'm not late constantly at school. And my 3 sons, who join us via Zoom. My son Balaj, an architect in Tokyo. Jolt, classical pianist and filmmaker in Cleveland. Balint, creative director and designer of men's clothing in San Francisco. And Balaj has his family with him, Rico, and the apple of the ball in our eye, Hira, 5 years old. So without their love and support, I wouldn't have had all the energy and fuel for my spirit, which also comes from each of you. You made it so easy, and it was a joy to wake up to come to school. And before I take my bow for now, I would like to affirm and confirm that I have the peace of mind to leave you in very good hands. I have not known her for more than 2-3 years as a head, but she is amazing. I don't know where she gets the energy. She is nonstop, determined to make it work. She is a friend to every child, to your children. She knows everyone by name, and I just am in awe and respect for her. You are in good hands. So thank you.
Well, thanks, Binky. I am not retiring. I am here as Binky's husband. I'd like to take this opportunity to say a few words how Countryside has been part of her life from the very beginning. It's a large part of her time, and I can guarantee it will remain the part of not just her, but our life. And it started out when two of our sons attended the school in the early 90s, and Binky joined the school eventually as an administrator. The times for her certainly were challenging, managing between, well, the household with 3 children and the school. But she has always cherished the school and the work here, which in many ways gave her energy. And it's quite remarkable that she was able to balance that work and the home chores, which were quite substantial. And I have to tell you, nobody balances the books back home than she does. It's amazing how she is handling the things back home. Well, of course, everything comes to an end, and time is passing, but every pass is always a beginning. And so, while I am not retiring, she is, but this is a chance to look forward to, well, another chapter of our lives, to catch up with the family a little bit more, and, well, rest for her a little bit. But again, I can guarantee that Countryside will be part of our lives. And I'd like to say a few words or thanks for everyone who has worked here and is working here, because without that atmosphere and collegiality, Binky wouldn't have enjoyed her work as much as she did. So we are very grateful that taking off for the school, that it took care of Binky. And so I am also personally thankful. And with that, well, again, thank you so much. And I congratulate Binky. It is a bittersweet moment here. Celebration is always joyful, and so it should be. But at the same time, it's also a part which is behind us now. But anyway, we'll be in touch, hopefully, and thanks so much for coming. Thank you. And thank you so much.
All right, everyone, the belle of the ball is headed back to the center court so that she can continue to take private congratulations. Thank you so much for being